I'm Mike Franklin. I pastor the Torch in Demorest, Georgia, and what an honor it is to get to talk to you today. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about the Mustard Seed. Mustard Seed is a counseling service that is loaded down with LCPs and just really does a great job working with our community. The way I got associated with Mustard Seed was when we bought this land and put a new facility on it, we had a building that was an extension that's down from the church in that direction. And we realized we weren't going to be using that building for something specific. So we set it aside on our master plan and asked Mustard Seed if they would like to utilize that facility and have it rent-free. So they've operated the Mustard Seed out of our extension building and annex down on the north end of our property. And they've done a really great job. And the reason why we wanted to invite them in was because of the job they do. You know, one of the things I had to ask early on, because I deal with a lot that are mentally ill, deal with a lot who are caught in abuse situations, deal with a lot of people who are caught not just in physical or sexual abuse, but people who are caught in a substance abuse context. And in each of those contexts, they need more than just prayer. They need more than just, I hope you're going to do fine. They need interactive counseling. And my plate got very full very quick with the interactive counseling. And because I realized I couldn't get everything done and I didn't have enough staff to get everything done, I was either going to have to hire LCPs or I was going to have to utilize somebody in our community. The Mustard Seed under Mike Johns was the prime candidate, a very, very devoted set of people who love God, who serve Him with every fiber of their being, who love the community, who have a vision. They are like most ministers. Most of them work for peanuts because they're called to what they do and they're called to pour into people. And I just said, why would I duplicate something that's so adequately provided for our community, our context? So instead of going out and duplicating what Mustard Seed was already doing, we partnered with Mustard Seed, brought them into our facility, and they have just done a marvelous job. And I've got countless examples I could give you of substance abuse victims that wound up there and wound up helped, children dealing with either an abusive situation, that's one context, or just dealing with anxieties and perplexities of life. You know, the number one cause of teenage death now is suicide. And so when I've referred numbers of teens to Mustard Seed, and on a consistent basis, they just hit home runs. They just keep dealing pretty well with the people that they work with. And not in every case do you win. The best we can hope to do as people helpers is love people and give them resources. We can't make decisions for them. But Mustard Seed does an outstanding job of helping people have resources necessary to be able to make adequate decisions. And they have provided a service for this community that's just phenomenal. And not only here, they are in Stevens County and surrounding counties. They've also opened locations and are just doing a great job. And the benefit for me, for the Torch, for the people of the Torch, is having a group of counselors available that are well trained, that are passionate about Christ, and that are passionate about people. And if you love Christ and you love people and you honor God with what you do with your life, you're going to be a blessing to the people you serve. And they serve people faithfully. So we've had this partnership, and Mike Johns and his team just do an outstanding job. And it has literally allowed us to not be burdened down with counseling loads on all of our pastoral staff, because we're able to accomplish that through what Mustard Seed does. And it's not just our church, it's the churches all in the area. It's the whole community that benefits. So we found them to be invaluable. And I would encourage anybody, I don't care who they are, this is a great organization to bless and support and help, because they are a parachurch organization in reality. They're not a professional counseling venue where you're going to pay $150 an hour, or you're going to be in a situation where the counselor or the purveyor of the business is attempting to make money off of it. These are people who are serving, and they literally serve on a fraction of the salary that counselors typically serve on, because they love Christ and this is their ministry and they love people. They're called to do what they do. And they're just an extension of the church doing a great job in our community.